What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol AERC for AeroClean Technologies. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, we haven't covered this one on the channel before, so let's start by giving ourselves a daily roadmap, pointing out the most obvious areas of support and resistance. Then we'll talk more nuance as we drill down to the 30-minute intraday time frame. Also sort of noting, I guess this is just clearer to see on the 30. We have this area around 70, and then this sort of dead cat bounce high close to about 27.13 into the end of day session on today's trading activity. So that's kind of what we're seeing. I mean, certainly from the daily perspective, extremely bearish candlestick. This had a lot to do with the IPO actually closing on today's session, and certainly the stock shares took a tumble, moving from about 105 at the highs down to a low of $14.31. I mean, just absolute destruction in terms of percentage move there. So let's take a closer look at the 30-minute, dissect some of the price action here. The first thing I would point out is that we do have an intraday gap, meaning that the stock did halt at some point during today's session from 9:30 here to about 10 o'clock the next open. At some point in between there, that's when the halt did occur. And whenever that happens, there's really two things I want you to pay attention to. This is really the lesson of the video. Whenever you've realized the stock has halted intraday, you either avoid trading the stock going forward because there's too much volatility, you don't know where it's going to potentially open, or if you truly want to be involved in the name for whatever reason, you see a huge opportunity, I would just encourage you to maybe size down your position just in case something goes haywire. Let's say you're moving down fast, you're short the stock, things are working out great, but you all of a sudden halt and then you open up $10 higher. I mean, that is not a good situation to be in. So again, either avoid the stock or just size the position accordingly, where if something like that were to happen, it wouldn't be the end of the world. Your account wouldn't be blown. So those are my 2 cents there. In terms of what we can look at going forward in this stock, it's quite simply all about the dead cat bounce high. Can we start closing 30-minute bars up above 27.13? And if so, your target's here at $40. Now, that's a very significant trade, a lot of deltas to be had in there to the long side. And that would bring me to my next point, which is that we're only looking for longs in this name, because if we come on over to the trade tab, there's obviously no shares to short and there are no options listed on the stock yet. So in my estimation, that's one trade to watch out for there. Another one would be if we come back down to the bottom, you can speculate long down here if we start printing hammer candles, indecision doji candles, basically things that make you question, right? Are the sellers losing momentum at this local low, 1431? In that case, flip long over the highs and retarget the dead cat bounce highs at 27.13. And again, that's a pretty significant trading range, noting that there are plenty of deltas in there to pick up and worth your time. Those are the two things that I would watch out for. Stop goes underneath the low of the reversal candle in this case, or if you want to be even more risk averse, stop just goes underneath the low, noting that if it breaks, we have no support underneath. And in this case, as we start printing candles above, stop either goes here or underneath some sort of pattern low, could be a hammer candle low, you name it. You have tight risk in both of these instances, and you're not looking for a slam dunk trade. You're basically saying, okay, I'm looking for this or I'm looking for this. Let's keep it realistic. It's very likely not going to do something like this back into 100. So those are my 2 cents here inside of AERC. If you enjoyed the video or learned anything new today, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description. And all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.